My name is Raats. I'm the owner winemaker for Raats Family Wines, and today we're tasting the Raats Eden High Density Single Vineyard Chenin Blanc 2018, which is our current release. Maybe before we get to the wine, just where does the name come from? My farm here in Polka Dry in Stellenbosch is called Eden. So we planted this block in 2009, very close to the house. What makes this little vineyard quite unique, and it's only 0.6 hectares of Chenin Blanc, is that it's from the Montpellier clone, and the Montpellier clone fell out of favor in the 60s because it had very low yield, and then it was basically nobody planted it, so it wasn't available when I wanted to plant. And we found the mother block, and when we collected this clone from the mother block, it was basically ripped out from the other side. So this Eden Chenin Blanc has become the mother block material for Montpellier clone in South Africa. The high density part, meaning that it's planted very close to each other, 1 by 1.2 meters. So in a normal vineyard, you would have 2,000 to 3,000 vines per hectare. Here we've got 8,000 vines per hectare. So it's very similar to what they do in Europe, where they plant very close to each other. So this whole vineyard needs to be worked by hand. No machines has been in this since 2009, and everything was done by hand. The idea behind high density is that you plant the vines close to each other, and then the root systems then compete with each other. And when the vine struggles because of the proximity to the other vineyards and the root systems, you get smaller berries, thicker skins, and more concentration of flavor. The downside of this is, of course, the fact that it has it will have a lower yield. So in a normal Chenin vineyard, we get 8 to 10 tons per hectare. Here, we're lucky if we get 2 tons per hectare. And although the vineyard is very young, the yield is still extremely low. And that's what you'll find when you taste the wine. On the nose, you get that beautiful stone fruit, that pineapple, golden delicious pear. It has this wonderful citrus blossom flavor, and then that whetstone minerality. All the wines from Raats Family Wines, because Polka Dry is basically on a decomposed granite hill, south-facing, is that you have that what we call whetstone minerality, and that's identity that runs through all our wines, grown on this decomposed dolomite granite soil, have that sort of hallmark whetstone minerality. When you taste the wine, you'll see that it had lovely citrus, pineapple, pear flavors are there. The wine comes in beautiful weight, but then it also has lots of layers of flavor. But what makes it so remarkable, that although the wine has got a huge amount of concentration of flavor, at the end, that great acidity, that minerality, and that focus, that laser sharp precision that you get from granite soils is definitely there, and it ends up being a wonderful acidity, freshness, and purity. So the first vintage of this wine was 2014. This is our 2018, and we didn't produce a 2017, so we've only produced this is the fourth vintage of this Eden High Density Single Vineyard Chenin, and it is definitely the jewel in our Chenin crown for Raats Family Wines.